Hey guys, if you have not seen the series finale of Game of Thrones, please know this video does have major spoilers. So please watch the final episode and then come back. Again, we have huge spoilers coming up, so proceed at your own risk. Until then, Dracarys.
Shafka reagis anhan reagis andate.
Game of Thrones aired their series finale on Sunday night, and if you think this has a happy ending, you haven't been paying attention. Again, I'm warning you, there are massive spoilers in this video, so if you haven't watched the final episode yet, 1, where have you been and what are you waiting for? And 2, stop what you're doing right now, watch the episode, and then come back so you can cry about it with me. So after last week's shocking and brutal penultimate episode with Daenerys going rogue and burning down an entire city of innocents, a lot of fans lost any hope for an ending that would satisfy everyone, where all the characters live happily ever after. And that's exactly how I would describe the series finale: bittersweet. The first half of the finale dealt with the aftermath of Daenerys' conquest of King's Landing and how the survivors reconciled her violent actions. The episode comes to a high point after Tyrion, now a prisoner, has a crucial conversation with Jon Snow where he paints a dark vision of the future under Dany's rule, which echoes her earlier speech once she took over King's Landing.
In veli basma tetostaur. In vrapa tolvio vio ninrondirederat. Tolvrio pregelat.
She continues, from Winterfell to Dorne, from Lannisport to Karth, from the Summer Isles to the Jade Sea, women, men, and children have suffered too long beneath the wheel. Knowing that Dany has essentially gone off the deep end and realizing that she will stop at nothing or no one to rid the world of evil men, Jon meets with Dany knowing there is only one right thing to do. Dany asks Jon to join her and break the wheel together, and Jon responds in what turns out to be probably the most shocking moment of the series.
You are my queen. Now and always.
Before driving a knife through her heart. Yes, Jon Snow kills Daenerys of the House Targaryen, the first of her name, the Unburnt, Queen of the Andals and the First Men, Khaleesi of the Great Grass Sea, Protector of the Realm, Breaker of Chains, and Mother of Dragons. Sorry, I need a moment. Like, why did she have to die? And why did he have to kill her? And she was our Khaleesi. And then she went through so much. Drogon, Dany's last dragon, realizes the Mother of Dragons is dead, but rather than breathe fire on Jon, he melts down the Iron Throne, coming full circle in the way the throne was made so many centuries ago, welded together by Aegon the Conqueror's own dragon, Balerion the Black Dread. Some fans may have been confused by Drogon melting the Iron Throne rather than Jon, but Twitter user Miss Kenzie Spears explained it best when she said, "He didn't kill Jon because he didn't blame Jon. He blamed the Iron Throne. Drogon knew that the throne killed his mother. That scene was heartbreaking and perfect. He finished his mother's wishes and broke the wheel." I'm sorry, it's just all so sad. I mean, it's moving, but it's just sad. So with Dany and the Iron Throne gone, the biggest question remained, who will rule over the Seven Kingdoms? Well, that question was quickly answered with a teeny tiny time jump a short time after, where a group of High Lords and Ladies gathered together to decide the nation's future. Tyrion, along with the high-ranking officials, vote for a new king of the Seven Kingdoms and decided on none other than the three-eyed raven himself, Brandon Stark. With Tyrion now assuming the position of Hand of the King, we now bend the knee to Bran the Broken, first of his name, King of the Andals and the First Men, Lord of the Six Kingdoms, and Protector of the Realm. Sansa pulled an audible and decided that the North will be an independent kingdom, making her, ding ding ding, Queen of the North. Although Bran assuming power doesn't make sense to some, it wasn't exactly out of left field. In George R.R. Martin's A Song of Ice and Fire, Bran is the first main viewpoint character of the series, first witnessing Ned Stark executing a Night's Watch deserter. He serves as the audience's first eyes on the same set of rules within this fantasy world. So Bran being pushed off the tower in Winterfell and becoming crippled set into motion the central conflicts in the series. So it does make sense the series comes full circle, with Bran beginning the series as an innocent and ending the series as one who watches over innocence. One of the last scenes includes the Stark siblings coming together one last time before Jon is sentenced to spend the rest of his days at the Night's Watch as punishment for killing Dany. With Bran as king, Sansa ready to set for the North to assume queen duties, and Arya declaring that she won't be returning to the North because she's sailing west of Westeros, wherever that may be, we have some condolence in knowing that the pack survives. In the closing moments of the series, we see Jon reaching Castle Black, but instead chooses to voyage beyond the wall with the wildlings and the free folk. But like, he was Aegon Targaryen, you know? Like, he's king of the North. God, he's gonna be brooding forever. Like, why can't we just get a happy ending around here? And what the f was up with the Night King? Does anything mean anything around here? I'm unwell. Now that all that is wrapped up and the pop culture phenomenon of Game of Thrones has finally come to a close, how did everyone really feel about how it all went down? Some of the show's highest profile fans, including former cast member Pedro Pascal, horror author extraordinaire Stephen King, and singer T-Pain, were among those who took to social media to discuss the finale of the epic fantasy series. King, who is no stranger to seeing his books adapted for the screen, agreed that he would be more interested in a series following Arya Stark on her post-finale journey to explore what's west of Westeros than a prequel about the kingdom itself. Pascal, meanwhile, defended the show that sent him off in one of the series' most memorable deaths, tweeting, "Shut up, it was perfect." T-Pain, who is a major Game of Thrones fanatic and has been live tweeting all of Season 8, wrote, "Bruh, I'm so stuck right now. I didn't think shit was about to go down like that. I mean, I probably would have smashed one more time if I knew the plan." And Blink-182 member Mark Hoppus tweeted what we were all thinking when he said, "Sansa won the popular vote, but Bran had the Electoral College." But THR critic Tim Goodman put it best in his analysis of the series finale, saying, "Not everybody will be happy because that's especially impossible with this series, but Game of Thrones went out as its best self." And now, my friends, our watch has ended. For the Hollywood Reporter News, I'm Neha Joy. Now I'm gonna go drown in a puddle of my own tears.